going to teach you how to help clean around the house because it's possible nobody taught you how. And now that you're older, you're met with something that sounds like you're old enough to know. But you can't know because no one taught you. But I've got you covered. I live by myself. 6 years of trial, error, and ruined clothes later, here's everything you need to know to clean your house. Welcome to Life by Jack. I'm Jack, and today we'll be talking about laundry and life. So how did we get here? See, I don't know if it was your case, but in my case, I was raised to expect my partner to do the housework. I was raised specifically not to care about cleaning up, so I never did it. But more importantly, I was never taught how to think about cleaning the house. And that's a huge part of the problem. See, part of the problem is that it's not at the front of our minds. There is background noise. See, there's background noise in your head reminding you to do the things that you have to do. You know, I have to deliver this report or push this code. It's background noise, and that's normal. Everybody gets that. But you also have responsibilities. You have responsibilities to life as a couple, as a family. And there are also responsibilities for living by yourself because you need to be able to sit in front of the TV in a nice, uncluttered area or sit down at your desk and be able to get to work without the friction of having to clean up first. We don't usually consider that as part of the things that we need to do in our daily life, and that's part of the problem. So in this regard, one of the things that you need to consider is the amount of brain power your partner, your roommate, is using for you. Now, this is the problem that I have with saying helping around the house. Helping around the house means that your partner keeps track of schedules and storage and cleaning products. They keep track of laundry days, type of detergent, toilet paper levels. They keep track of all these things. And then you're sitting there going, just tell me when you need help. They're doing 10 times the work. They're doing the cleaning and the logistics. And then eventually you jump in to be like, is there anything left or something? Because you're not constantly thinking about it. So you have to step up and share the mental load. One of the first things that you're going to have to learn is the system, your household's system. Your partner or whoever's in charge of cleaning probably already has systems, and you need to ask about those systems. Write it down. Bring a little notebook and write it down. That's how we learn things. Don't be ashamed of saying, nobody ever taught me how to do this. I am going to teach you how to clean the house, but you need to be able to apply that to your own environment, to your own house, to your own space, to the systems that are already in place in your house. And what do I mean by that? I mean there are rules to cleaning in your house. Rules that tell you when laundry days are, how much detergent to use, where you're supposed to stash the clean bed sheets. Because you can't be in the way. If I have to teach you, as a partner, if I have to teach you where everything goes, then you're adding to my workload. It's going to be easier for me to do it by myself than it is to teach you. So one of the key takeaways from this video is this. Instead of how can I help, we are going to get you to say, I'm running laundry. Anything you need washed. You're not asking mommy if she needs an intern to stare while she works. You have an action plan. And you're announcing that you're going to do it right this second. All right? So now that we've got the mindset covered, let's dive straight into the cleaning. Now, the first thing is bedroom. Now, the bed has to be made every day. This is going to help you with both your mental health and your sleep schedule, your sleep habits. This is the biggest thing, obviously, in the bedroom. It has to be made every day. Sheets should be changed at least once a week. If you have nightstands, I have these little holes on the sides, but if you have nightstands, whenever you clean surfaces in your house, give it a quick once over. You know, paper towels and an all-purpose cleaner, done. That's all you need. And of course, you'll need to vacuum the room as well. Once a week is fine, or more if, I don't know, you're made of dirt. And honestly, that's it. Let's move on. Now, the kitchen. If you have drinking glasses, if you have mugs, if you have dishes from dinner, take them to the kitchen. And once you're in the kitchen, wash them. Wash them immediately. They shouldn't just sit in the sink. The sink isn't a magical place where you put stuff in and it gets washed. If you take something to the kitchen, wash it. It takes 30 seconds. Remember that the stovetop needs to be cleaned as well after you cook. All-purpose cleaner, paper towels. If you have a pan, soak them in for an hour, set a timer, and finish the job on your next break. And also, kitchen counters have to be cleaned after you cook, every time. All-purpose cleaner, paper towel. It doesn't have to be super complicated. There are a lot of products out there to help you clean very specific corners of the house. You don't need all of them. All-purpose cleaner, paper towels. Now, the fridge. Make sure you throw away the things you notice are expired. Your fridge itself doesn't need to be cleaned more than once every 3 or 4 months. That's like 4 times a year. Clean it every time there's a change of season. There's your reminder. Trash needs to be taken out. Make sure you know which days it needs to be outside. Again, set a reminder for the day before. In my place, it needs to be taken out every 3 or 4 days, because any longer than that, and it becomes a health hazard. If you have a dishwasher in the kitchen, then make sure you understand how to load it, where we keep the soap, how to unload it, where you place the glasses, how do you place the glasses and the bowls and the dishes in it. Is it upside down? Is it right side up? You need to know all this stuff. If it sounds like a lot already, then imagine what your partner's been going through. They've been remembering this shit by themselves for years. Now, for dirty clothes, you need a hamper. This is not a hamper. If you don't have a hamper, go out and buy a hamper. Make sure that the clothes in your bedroom are in your hamper. It helps with the visual clutter. This is what happens to the chair that holds the clothes. Don't do that. Throw them in the hamper. It doesn't matter if you don't wash stuff every day. Except for underwear. But like jeans, it's fine. But if you have a hoodie, just hang it in the closet. When you take your clothes off, hang them in the closet. Don't throw them on the chair. It doesn't take more than 30 seconds to hang your hoodie, hang your pants, put them in the closet. Everything else in the hamper. When the hamper, listen to this, when the hamper is 3/4 full, you're already a day late. When it's 3/4 full, it's time to do a load of laundry. Once again, this is my specific case. I live alone. It's not a lot of clothes. But if you live with a partner, if you live with your family, if you live with other people, ask them, when are these things happening? How often do we wash clothes? I wouldn't be surprised if it's an everyday thing for like a medium-sized family. And if you need something washed, then throw in a load and run the machine. Consult the manual. Check the tags in your clothes. Figure out how the machine is supposed to work. Ask your partner. Ask somebody. Ask your mom. She definitely knows. In my case, laundry is very simple. I do a dark load and a white load. I set them to a warm wash. In my case, it's 40 degrees Celsius, but I don't know, whatever your machine says. I add a cap full of detergent and a small amount of white vinegar. I don't even use softener. And for towels, I do towels by themselves in a hot wash with like a half a cup of vinegar. That's it. That's it. You set them, forget it. Well, don't forget them. Make sure you take the clothes out, because if you don't, you're going to have to run it again, because when clothes are left inside the washing machine, they come out smelling like socks. We don't want anything that smells like socks. Not even socks. So make sure you take them out. And when you take them out, either hang them to dry or stick them in the drying machine. I don't have one. And then run that one too. But that's laundry. That's all there is. Now, generally speaking, you got to make sure countertops are clean around the house. Feta duster and some all-purpose cleaner, literally all you need. On top of that, there's also vacuuming. Vacuuming the house at least once a week. Do you have carpets? Do you vacuum? those carpets? When you clean the floors, what kind of wax do you use? That's the kind of stuff you need to ask, but it doesn't hurt to just pick up the vacuum cleaner and run it around the house. Now, for the bathroom, see, the toilet is always dirty. You need to clean it at least minimally twice a week. The way I clean it is, again, I use an all-purpose cleaner, paper towels, I clean the bowl, and then I use those disinfecting gels for the inside. That's just two things. We've been using the all-purpose cleaner everywhere, and now we're just adding, the duck-shaped bottles. Scrub it with a toilet brush, add one of those purifying tablets or whatever, and you're done. That's it. Now, the shower, it's not here, it's over there. The shower has to be cleaned as well. Once a week, clean the shower. Same thing. Again, all-purpose cleaner, some paper towels. Maybe you can also add those fancy bathroom tile cleaners, but literally, you don't need much more than that. Finally, super important, you need to clean your space, your private space. I know a lot of couples have their spaces, their own personal spaces, art studios or gamer caves, streaming setups, what have you. And I'm speaking directly to my audience here. If you have like a gaming room, let's say you have a gaming room, you need to make sure your gaming room is not a disgusting pit. Make sure you dust the counters. Make sure you have a can of compressed air for your computer, for your console, for your keyboard. Vacuum after you use that because there's going to be dust everywhere. Clean controllers with a small toothpick. Dust the countertops and clean those fucking chairs. For God's sake. Use a brush and a mixture of dish soap and water and go to town. Scrub like your life depends on it. So clean those chairs. Oh, and light a candle. Make sure your gaming room smells nice for once and not like Cheez-Its and Head and Shoulders. Keep your area clean. Your area. It's entirely your responsibility to clean it. So this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. That should be part of your background noise. Let's wrap this up. Now listen, no matter what people tell you, it's not that you don't care, it's not that you don't help because you're irresponsible. It's that nobody taught you how to do this, okay? And when nobody teaches you how to do a thing, it makes it so much more difficult because now your problem is that you need to learn how to do the thing before you even think about doing the thing. But don't become a burden to yourself or to people who share your space. Remember, you're not helping out, you're doing your part. You live in that space too. That's your home. And this is how you self-actualize. This is how you become a better version of yourself because you're not supposed to help at home. You're supposed to be responsible for your living environment. Everybody's doing everything these days. It's very difficult to find one-income households anymore. Everybody's going to work. Everybody's taking care of the kids. Everybody's responsible for the house. Everybody's doing their job. Don't make them do another one. So this week, what I want you to do is I want you to learn how to use your laundry machine. Ask your mom, ask your partner, or Google your laundry machine's operating manual. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep an eye on your dirty clothes, the hamper. If it's enough to fill half the machine, I want you to run a load. But before you do that, if you live with someone else, go up to them and say, I'm running a load. Do you need anything washed? Now, here's the key. Don't expect a standing ovation. Just run the machine. Because nobody taught you. So here we are, you and I, right here in this channel, making a plan to learn what someone else failed to teach you. I'll give you that standing ovation. Nobody else has to. And run that machine. And when it's done, run the dryer. Hang the clothes. And then, who knows? Maybe you can do it again next week. Happy cleaning.